Hello everyone, this is a starting guide for beginners in kingdoms and castles, and hopefully this video will help you improve your starts when you begin a game. But before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe to help me out. And with that being out of the way, let's get to playing. So, number 1, placing your castle. The first thing you want to do is to find a great location for your castle. This is recommended to be near trees, rocks, and farmable land. This is important since early game, you're going to want a quick start and not get left behind and lose opportunities to get easy villagers due to a lack of resources. So, got our stone, we got our wood, and we got farmable land. So, we're going to place our castle right here. Early resources. So, once your houses are up and done being made, you want to get resources quickly, mainly wood, so you can build more homes. So if you take the chop tool right down here, click on it, click and drag on wood, you get that. And then what you want to do is get wood so you can build more homes really quickly. The tip I recommend here though right now is building your homes near wood like you have right now, so the transportation of wood to the area of destination is quicker. So got some wood right next to the forest where they cut, so then these houses should be up pretty quickly. And as you can see, thanks to the other home we have, we didn't lose an opportunity on 3 extra villagers at the beginning to help with resources. So next thing we are going to be doing is roads. So as you can see, I already set up some of the roads from here for building. So what they do is they help your villagers move faster. One cool little trick you can do is basically put it next to the nodes you want. Make sure, I hope you placed it where your castle is close enough, and then you can build around. And as you can see, I put a road here and I put 3 quarries around it. Each road has a radius of a 3 by 3 area around it, or basically 3 from that one road. And there are different roads. For example, there's stone roads that can make them go faster. There's a garden, but you don't have to worry about that. What you really want to focus on is the base roads for moving your villagers and having your houses near them. So, one tip I want to add in there, or slash trick, is having your houses spaced out like I have them right now. So, I have 2 on each side, one being currently made, trying to get that population up so I can get as many villagers as I can early game. So, why I have it like this is because before year 10, you're going to have a fire. How much damage that fire does is up to you. So basically, if one of these houses catch on fire, it's going to spread because the villagers have to travel to the water and come back, and then the damage might already be done. So why I keep it spread like this is because if a fire happens to one of the houses, if you're lucky, you could catch the castle on fire and does nothing. But if it catches the house on fire, it's better 2 houses are destroyed than all of them destroyed. Which is the reason why I always keep them spaced out like this now, so that in case of a fire, it's not destroying everything. So, next up we have is farming. So, beginning of the game, you have a certain amount of food right here that displays down here. And you need, by the time it goes to 0, at least something. I normally wait a little bit longer because that's just how I am. Don't do what I do always. But basically, a good setup for a farm is having 1 orchard and about maybe 4 to 6 farms. And that would help keep your villagers, fed, happy, and not die. And another thing to keep in mind is where you put your farm. So, as you can see, I put it on the dark green, but why not down here by the light green? Well, the light green gives a small boost, but how much of a boost? +1 crop to your farms. However, if you have it on a dark green tile, like this right here, you get high soil fertility +2, with a base output of 4, so you get 6. So would you rather take 5, or would you take 6? I would definitely take the 6. And same for the orchards. They have a fertility bonus of 8, and I believe this one, if it was right here on the light green, it would be 4. And another little tip slash trick is keeping your farms away from the ocean or water. Basically, what would happen if I put a row of farms right about here? When it rains, it would flood, and then you won't get any crops from them because they are flooded. However, on the beach, right about here, you can instead put orchards, and they don't flood. So, to optimize your space, I recommend you put orchards by the water, and then your farms away from the water. So, for the next part, we're going to be learning about the happiness, health, and building integrity. It's pretty important to know these. So, happiness pretty much dictates overall happiness of the people. Check these down here. Wants access to charcoal. If we don't have that, access to water. Got water right there. All that stuff right here. Fire risk. Pay attention to that as well. Charcoal, food, make sure they're all having the stuff they need to help with happiness. Health, make sure you have a variety of food. I've been seeing a lot of people in certain games, they don't really have a variety of food. They have a higher chance of catching the plague. Building integrity, if a house gets damaged through a fire or a raid, you will see it. The health will go down. You also see it on the buildings because they will look a little broken and damaged. So next up, we got job priority. Job priorities are important. One thing I recommend you should do is really look at this and really use it. So what you can do, click on this, the little check mark right here. You can stop that job entirely if you didn't know that. And if you left click and hold, you can move the job priorities up and down. Basically, I keep my farms up. So in case I do a mass building project, I'm not going to be starving during it because my farmers are going to be main priority. They're going to be under it. So then the builders will take the people below it instead of on top of it. So I don't starve during the project and, have my happiness go down. So knowing how to use certain buildings are important. For example, it's pretty simple to use a quarry. You place it and it does its own thing. Another thing that I have been seeing, and especially the Discord for Kingdoms and Castles, is how to get certain resources. So, place a mine here. It's going to act like another quarry, basically. Foresters. You can basically get unlimited wood. Well, you can basically get unlimited of all the resources if you have a dock. However, foresters, you can get unlimited wood. I normally keep them out of the way so they don't get in the way what I'm trying to build. So I normally keep them on the outside of the island, or at least have their own section to do their thing. Once you have a forester down though, you have access to, there we go. You have access to charcoals, the charcoal makers. I normally save up for the large one, however, for you beginning people, always try to go for the smaller one. So, next up, we're going to be doing taxes. Some people don't know what to do beyond this point. Well, here's what you can do. Once you have 10 wood and 40 stone, you can make a treasury. Once you have it down, it will give you access to the advanced town. All of this costs money, and some of these things you won't really need until the event really happens. But I'm going to stick with this right now. Basically, this right here, right down here on the bottom left, is a tax rate. From 0 to 60 is how much you can tax your peasants. I myself keep it at 30% because I need money quick before year 10. Year 10 is normally when the hostile events begin. They don't always begin on year 10, but that's when they are enabled. So, with that being said, how much money you get is depending on how many people is in your village. So I don't think I'm going to be getting much money with 30 people, but if I had over 1,000 people, then I would be getting a good amount of money. And homes, as you can see right here, a cottage and manor give you different amount of money, more than the smaller homes. I normally try to get the manor as quick as possible. However, for newer people, I recommend you stick with homes and cottages until you feel comfortable and you have enough defenses to get a manor. Alright guys, and that'll be the end of this video. I just wanted to get some quick things out there, a lot of things I've been asked about, how I do my start, and how do I progress forward into the game. This is something just really basic for beginners, and I added some little tips and tricks here, but hopefully you guys get the memo, because now we got our resources going down here, this, and this. We basically got our basics down to play the game, you know, as intended. Hope you guys have a good one, and see you guys later.